Good evening everyone. This is Vrishali. In today's session we will discuss about next part 3, that is requirement engineering process with examples. Let's start the session. In previous sessions we discussed about in part 1, that is requirement engineering, how to establish groundwork, and in second part we discuss about requirement engineering task. I have mentioned complete software engineering subject playlist link in below description box. Now, in today's session, we will discuss about requirement engineering process, feasibility study, and some important questions that have asked in previous year question paper. Let's see all these points one by one. Now, the first thing is what exactly requirement engineering? As we know, requirement engineering is a process to gather all the software requirements from the customer, analyze those requirements, and after that, document it properly. It is called as requirement engineering. Now, this requirement engineering process has total 4 steps. The first basic step is feasibility study. After that, requirement elicitation, requirement specification, requirement validation, and requirement management. Now, let's see all this process step by step. The first basic step is feasibility study. The first requirement engineering task is inception. We already discussed this task in previous session. This inception task included in feasibility study. Here, there is a communication and planning between customers and the development team. This is the first requirement gathering and analysis phase. Now here, project head communicate with the customer and they analyze basic details with the customer. Suppose customer want college management system application, so project head find out aim of the project, goal of the project, which type of organization use this project, this all kind of basic details. Now this feasibility study having total 3 types. The first one is a technical feasibility. Here, project head analyze the current technologies which are good for developing a customer requirement product. They also analyze the customer requirements are within the time or budget. Now in operational feasibility, here project head understand the customer requirement and customer want the particular product. This particular product solve the business problem, solve the social problem, or they complete a customer requirement or not. And in economic feasibility, here the company who develop a product or company who develop a project who has a financial profit for an organization or not. So these all 3 types of feasibility study done here. After that, they decide whether a particular project should be developed or not. A particular project should be taken from the customer or not. So this is called as feasibility study. Now, the next first step in requirement engineering process is requirement elicitation and analysis. Basically, requirement elicitation means to gathering all the actual requirements from the customer to analyze need of the customer and what exactly customer want. Here in this process, they also understand which type of customer, which type of organization use this particular product, business manuals, then suppose customer want college management system application. So this kind of existing software is available or not, the standard of the product and other stakeholder details. So these all things are analyzed in this particular process. Now, this requirement elicitation having different methods. Here, project head conduct different requirement elicitation method to gather requirement from the customer. Let's take an example. Suppose a particular organization want college management system application. Now here project head conduct interviews, means one-to-one conversion with the stakeholder. For example, they conduct one-to-one interview with principal, different HODs, different teacher staff as well as student. They conduct what exactly customer want, which type of features they want, and they collect the requirement. The second method is survey. They collect questionnaires and distribute those questionnaires to each and every stakeholder, each and every person, and gather the information. After that, focus on group. Here, small group of stakeholders, means small group of principal, teacher, student, and all the other people. They discuss with them which type of functionality they want in particular project. Means teacher want which type of feature, student want which type of feature, this detail. After that, observation. Here, project head observe complete work environment of particular college, particular organization, like which type of colleges are there, which type of particular events are there. So they observe all those things. And at the end, they create a prototype. They create some rough model and as per the customer requirement, and they give this model to the customer. If customer want any changes, they do these changes, and after customer satisfaction, they develop a actual product. So these are the different methods to collect requirement from the customer. Now the next one is a software requirement specification. After collecting requirement from the customer, here system analyst maintain all this requirement in one document. This document are called as SRS, that is software requirement specification. Basically, all the requirement received from customer are written in natural language like Marathi, Hindi, English in this language. But SRS document are maintained in technical language which is understandable by the implementation team. This SRS document also having different diagrams like data flow diagram, data dictionary, entity relationship diagram. They show the work of the particular product. Now, this SRS also include software and hardware requirements related to the project, then external interface GUI, how your product look like in future, their diagram, speed of operation, response time of system, then portability, means particular product work on different type of operating system like Windows, Linux, so their portability features, maintainability, speed of recovery after crashing, their security issue, quality, and some limitations. So these all things are included into the SRS. Now, the next one is a software requirement validation. After developing SRS document, this document is submit to the customer or each and every stakeholders included in the particular project. Now, this stakeholder validate the document or test the document. So at that time, they take test that if all the requirements are practically implement or it is possible to implement. It tests that all the requirements are correctly mentioned as per the customer ideas, customer requirement. They also check that functionality of the particular software mentioned in SRS document. If there are ambiguities, means if there are any missing information, if they can describe each and every requirements properly, or any changing or additional requirements are there. So these all things are validate or test in SRS document. Then they maintain the changes in this particular document and send this document to the development team. Clear? Next. Now the last one is a software requirement management. So here, this software requirement management manage all the changing requirements. As we know, we discussed early in SDLC models, customer requirements are continuously changing. At development phase, also customer requirements are changing. So it is very important to manage all these changing requirements. So there are different activities involved in this requirement management. The first one is a tracking and controlling changes. Here, requirement manager handle all the changing requirements from the customer. They take these changing requirements from the customer, communicate with the customer, and check that these changing requirements affect on overall system or not. Then version control. This the requirement manager keeping track on different versions of system. As we know, suppose WhatsApp application. When you update WhatsApp, there are different features are there. Means every monthly or weekly, there are different features or different versions are there. So keeping track on different versions of system. Then traceability. Traceability means requirement manager test a particular software, particular product in each and every phase, like design, develop, or testing phase, which it is customer requirement matching or not. Then communication. If customer changing requirements having any issue or which is not possible to implement, so they communicate with the customer regarding this. And last one is a monitoring and reporting. Means they monitor complete development process and report the status to each and every stakeholders. Clear? Next. Now this is all about requirement engineering process. So these are the some important questions that I have asked in previous year question paper. The first one is a explain in detail requirement engineering functions or process. So requirement engineering functions means basically these four steps are there. Okay. So for 7 marks. Then what do you mean by feasibility study in requirement elicitation? Here you have to explain these three type of feasibility study in detail with example for 6 marks. Then state and explain different methods of requirement elicitation. Here you have to explain all the methods, means to conduct interview, survey, prototyping, group discussion. So how to collect requirement. These all methods you have to explain here with example for 7 marks. So you have to prepare all this question for your exam point of view. Thank you, keep learning.